Hello everybody and welcome to Brandy's Cards.
Oh my goodness.
I'm so excited. I have a new bundle to share with you. It's called the Butterfly Bouquet or Bouquet. It is absolutely beautiful. I love this bundle and it is available to customers starting on March 1st of 2021. Absolutely stunning, and I can't hardly wait to show you some new cards. So I just recently did a Friday Night Live and I showed you guys some fun cards from that. And so today I'm going to show you kind of a couple other cards that I created from that as well. So if you stick with me through the end, I'll show you the cards from the previous video because you might want to go back and watch. They were pretty fantastic. Absolutely love them very much. All right, so I'm excited to jump in and get started. These cards are super easy and I think that you'll be amazed by this bundle. It's pretty fantastic. All right, so I'm going to step next door. And here you go. What I have here is the Butterfly Designer Series paper that goes with this. It's absolutely beautiful. And like I said, it's just gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. And this is the paper that is in this bundle. All right, so look at how beautiful this arrangement is. It's absolutely stunning. You have all these beautiful fluttering butterflies, and then you flip it over and you have some more gorgeous designs. So lots of opportunity, lots of things to work with here. And so I absolutely loved it. So today, I want to focus on a couple of these. So the first one we're going to focus on is this one. And then I think we're going to use this one and this one. So those are the three that we're going to use today. And I'm excited to show you a couple of fun cards that you can easily create with this beautiful designer series paper. So I'm going to set these two aside since we're not going to use them yet. And what you're going to need some Whisper White cardstock. And well, that's it. Some Whisper White cardstock, some Memento black ink, and I will also have the sizes and the dimensions of the little pieces on BrandysCards.com. So you're not going to see that here, but you will have the opportunity to get those sizes and those dimensions off of BrandysCards.com. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to just go ahead, and I've already scored this piece of cardstock, so we're going to fold that in half. Now here's what I wanted to show you. So this designer paper is absolutely beautiful and it's great for a backdrop, right? So, but depending on the orientation of your card, so if I were to glue it down this way, my butterflies are kind of fluttering up, right? But if I were to change the orientation of my card, well then my butterflies would flutter up that direction, right? But if you aren't paying attention when you cut your cardstock, the butterflies can actually flutter the wrong way. So if the orientation of your card is this direction, you could have them going the wrong way and it doesn't look right. So just be mindful of that when you're cutting your cardstock. So first off, what I did is I cut my cardstock this direction. So let me show you what that's going to look like. I have some liquid adhesive here. And I am going to just add some behind this beautiful designer series paper. And I'm going to add it right here to the top of my card. Perfect. This is super easy. Easy peasy is what this is. So we're going to put it right here on top of our card. And I have a second piece here. And I'm going to go ahead and fold this second piece of cardstock. And I've also cut another piece of this designer series paper so that I could show you the different orientation of these. So I'm just adding some liquid adhesive quite quickly, and I'm going to layer that right on the front of my card, just like this. Perfect. So that is on the top of the card. Looks great. So now what we're going to do is I have my paper snips here. And what we're going to do with that is we are going to, do you see these beautiful butterflies? We are going to hand cut some of these butterflies out. Yeah, that's right. We're going to hand cut out a couple of them. So the two that we're going to cut out are, well, actually you need 3, but you can pick whichever ones you like, of course, right? But I think I want to cut out this one, and maybe maybe a little one, maybe a little pink one. So let's see here. So I'm going to try not to touch any of my other butterflies because they're also beautiful. And so one thing I want to show you here is when you're cutting it out, you know, definitely leave some white space. Don't worry about it. You're mounting it on white, so you really don't notice the extra white space, okay? So when you're cutting it out, don't focus on getting it right up on that line because then it'll start to kind of look a little wonky, okay? So just try to, leave a little line around that. Now I'm going to save this and I'm going to cut these 2 out later. But I have already done that for you, and I have these little pieces right here. And I also have this guy, and let's see what else I have cut out over here. Okay, so I have all of those pieces cut out already. So I'm going to set my designer paper off to the side, and what I'm going to do is I have my piece of Whisper White cardstock, and I have a Memento Black ink. So I'm going to take my Memento Black and I am going to stamp the sentiment on here. I'm going to use the Happy Thoughts stamp set, and I decided to go with Happy Birthday. This card felt really happy to me and quite fluttery, so I decided to go with the Happy Birthday on this one. So I've already got that mounted, and I'm going to ink that up. And I can already see that I do not have my did not have my label on there, so I was a little nervous there if it was going to go straight, but it did, so that's perfect. All right, so I also have here, while we're stamping sentiments and we have 2 cards, I'm going to show you the second sentiment that I'm going to use. And this one is You Are an Inspiration from the Dragonfly Garden stamp set. I love these with the butterflies. I just think they're so beautiful. So I'm going to stamp one of those too. And I have my another piece here, and I am going to line that up and stamp that straight down. I might try it again. That one kind of went a little down. So let's try it one more time. Perfect. Okay. Love it. So You're an Inspiration. And I'm going to set my black Memento ink aside. And now we have our 2 pieces. And so the first one I'm going to show you. Oh, you know what? I actually did it the wrong way. Hang tight. Well, here, I'll tell you what. I'll do it at the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this piece over, and I'm going to add some Stampin' Dimensionals behind here. Just kind of add a few of my little Stampin' Dimensionals. And then I am going to pop this up on top of my card. Now, remember, I have 2 card orientations to pick from, and we're going to go with this one first. This one will be the first. I'm going to add that right here to the center of my card, and as you can see, those beautiful butterflies, they're fluttering up and out. So I have some mini glue dots here, and I have a beautiful yellow butterfly. I'm going to add a mini glue dot behind him, and he is going to flutter off that direction. And then I'm going to take this pretty pink one, kind of bend it a little bit, add a Stampin' Dimensional. That one's going to flutter off that way. Do you see how beautifully this is coming together? Oh, so lovely, so nice. So pretty. So I think that's it. Now, if you wanted to, you could certainly, you could certainly take an extra butterfly, such as this guy, right? And we can add it inside the card as well. So you can really kind of, you can kind of fancy it up on the inside as well. So this is the first card that I was going to show you. Now the second one goes this direction. And so the You're an Inspiration, when I originally stamped it, I stamped it that way, and that's not really what I was going for. Certainly could work, but I was actually wanting it the other direction. So let me show you that really quick. I'm going to ink this back up in my Memento Black and stamp Your Inspiration right there. And so we're going to add some Stampin' Dimensionals behind that piece as well. And then we're going to add a butterfly to it. So let me just make sure I'm in frame so you can see me here. And we are going to add our butterfly. So we're going to add this to the card. Here we go. This is the front of our card. And you see how, oh yeah, you see how those butterflies, they're all kind of fluttering upwards? I love that. Love it. They're kind of fluttering in all different directions, but I think kind of the card feels like it's going that way. So that's what I wanted to show you. And now, of course, we're going to need a butterfly here for the center. And I think that the one that I would really like is the green one, or, you know, the Just Jade one. But I think that I already used that one right inside this card. So anyway, you can kind of see what you need to do. You need to kind of cut out some more and add it here to this. Now you could do the same type of fluttering, or you could highlight just one butterfly. So that's entirely up to you. Okay, so now let me show you another card really quick. This card is also very simple and is, you know, very similar to the one that we just did. So here we go. I have another piece of Whisper White cardstock, and I'm going to set this piece aside. I'm going to fold this piece in half, all right? And again, the orientation does matter with your butterflies, depending on if you want them to flutter, you know, which direction, I guess. So I'm just going to add some Designer Series paper to the top of my card stock, my card base. There we go. And if you're new to BrandysCards, all of the sizes and the directions can be found on BrandysCards.com. So that is where you'll be able to find all of those details. Now it looks like I potentially did not cut my paper for my butterfly, so hang tight. I don't want you to see my card yet. So I'm going to just measure this, and it looks like it's 3.5 by 3.25. All right. So I need to cut this 3.5 by 3.25. So we have 3.5 by 3.25 is what I want that one. And then I also need a 3.25 by 3 so that it layers beautifully. So that's what I'm looking for. So here, I'm going to set this aside a second. I'm going to bring in the Stampin' Up! Big Shot or Cut and Emboss machine. But before I do that, I want to show you this bundle. It's absolutely gorgeous. And you know, it's called the Butterfly Brilliance Bundle. It is brilliant. It's or Butterfly Bouquet, but it's Butterfly Brilliance, and then the dies are called the Brilliant Wings. It's truly stunning, absolutely gorgeous. And so here you can see this is one big die. It's absolutely awesome. And then you've got all these intricate dies over here. These cut out little butterflies, and you know, this cuts out some background pieces. So just a really, really, really neat die set. Now, one of my favorite things about this is, you know, this stamp set, this die right here, actually cuts out all of the butterflies. So it is absolutely beautiful. So it cuts out all of these butterflies in this stamp set. Now let me show you this. In the Designer Series paper, there is a piece of the Designer Series paper, and this die cuts out all of those butterflies absolutely brilliantly. So let's bring in our Cut and Emboss machine, and let's lay our paper down. We're going to add our one die, just like that. Just add it right to it. We're going to add our other plate right to the top, and then we're going to push it through, right? We're going to push that through our machine and cut that out, just like that. Awesome. So we're going to cut that out, and then once you do that, look at these butterflies and look at how pretty they come out. They all just pop right out. It's absolutely gorgeous. And that was one die. That was one die, and it just all came right out of that designer paper. So now I have so many beautiful butterflies to choose from. So before I do that though, let's stamp a sentiment. And I think that for this one, I think I decided to go with "You're a True Friend," and then I stamped that and I hand cut out "Friend." So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and add our Stampin' Dimensionals behind this piece here. We're going to layer that up, and then we're going to add our butterfly, and we are going to add our sentiment. That's right, so I've got one left here, and then we are going to add our sentiment to this. Okay, so it looks like it's got a little something there, but I think if I put it this direction, my butterfly will cover that. So here we go. I am going to use my mini glue dots, and I am going to add this yellow butterfly. That's right. I'm going to go with this really pretty yellow one. And then I showed you the sentiment that I wanted to use. It was the "For a True Friend," and I'm just adding some mini glue dots. Of course, you could add glue if you wanted to, right? Liquid adhesive. But I'm going to add "Friend" to that. Now, what I like to do is kind of bend those wings up, you know, like he's flying. And I like to stick a Stampin' Dimensional kind of underneath by his wing. And then over here, I actually, a lot of times, just double up. So it kind of looks like he's, you know, he's alive and he's fluttering away. So that's what I like to do. And then let's see, right about there would be his, you know, his other part of his wing. There we go. And we're going to kind of make that flutter, just like that. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to add some liquid adhesive behind this, and we're going to add it to our card. Now on the last card, the butterflies were kind of the main focus, right? The little butterflies were the main focus of the card. On this one, of course, that beautiful yellow butterfly is the main focus, but what I thought is we could cut out some of the smaller butterflies and add those to the background. And that's kind of along the same lines of them being the focal point. Well, now they're going to kind of be fluttering in the background. So I thought, well, let's add one fluttering here, and we'll add one maybe up in here, fluttering, and we can kind of bend the wings, and then we'll add another one, maybe, what do you think? Right about down in here. Oh, I absolutely love this. I think it's so much fun. I'm going to push those aside. I have some Elegant Gems here and my Take Your Pick tool. And I thought these Elegant Gems just looked really nice, just sort of randomly placed on this card. So I'm just going to take and place some of these kind of around the card and where I thought it might look kind of nice. So, and you're going to want to do the same on yours. Just have a look at it and figure out what you think looks best, right? Okay, so that is my second card that I was excited to show you. And, you know, just a really fun way to use the background paper as your focal point, you know, as kind of the background, and then of course the fluttering butterflies on top. So I just thought that was super cool and was excited to share that with you. Before you go though, I am going to show you, you know, before you go, I'm going to show you really quick. I did a video last Friday, so it would have been Friday the, let's see, what is the date today? It would be Friday today is the 10th? Yes, today is the 11th. So, and tomorrow, so Friday the 12th, I did a video. And that video is with this butterfly bouquet. And I'm super excited. I showed you guys different cards that I made with this bundle, right? Out of that one die and all of those butterflies that I popped out. So I also shared with you a beautiful box. I should, you know, a beautiful box that you could gift these butterflies in, right? So if you haven't seen that video and you're interested in having a look at it and making a beautiful gift box and making these cards, make sure you go back to that video, and all of the sizes and the dimensions will be on BrandysCards, but I'll have a video and walk you right through it. It's easy peasy and it's fun to make. Absolutely. So thank you guys for joining me today. I hope that you had fun, and I hope you enjoyed these cards. Of course, I'd love for you to give me a thumbs up if you liked them. That's right. And if you have any questions, let me know. If you don't already have a demonstrator, make sure to email me so that I can send you catalogs right away. I love the opportunity to help you and earn your business. And if you're currently one of my customers, thank you. I truly appreciate that. All right, take care, everybody. Bye now.